So, one last thing that I forgot in the last episode is that there was a golden skull tool I just meant for right in this soil patch right here. I meant to get it, but I just passed it up by accident. So, this would be the 16th one if you haven't gotten it already. So, make sure you go ahead and pick it up if you haven't. So, there we go. Let's go ahead and leave that bomb right by that Deku Scrub right there because he's going to be in our way trying to get to us. Yeah, that's our 16th golden skull tool, so go ahead and get it. Yep. I grinded more rupees, and I am proud of it. Anyway, I don't care. Anyway, so we're back again with, yet again, another episode of The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. In the last episode, I have tackled the dreaded bomb shoot minigame, as well as get Epona's song. She is our friend, and I'm her friend. We're proud of each other. Anyway, this is, I was gonna say Romani, but she's a Majora's Mask. This is, Malon. Oh, Epona, she has grown fond of you, fairy boy. Alright, yeah, she... But I learned her song. You can see the song. You can see it right here. The thing. Anyway, so in this episode, we're going to tackle on some other side quest-ish things. That's a pretty good word for it. Before we move on to the next dungeon, that is. So before we go ahead and do any major main quest things, we're gonna go ahead into this building right in Lon Lon Ranch here and go ahead and get the next collectible. Yeah, at that very start of the episode, I meant to get that Skulltula in the last episode, but I didn't because of my negligence. I didn't get it, so it's my fault. Can I have a cup of tea, please? Anyway, so go ahead and make your way into this little hole in the wall here. Yeah, hole in the wall restaurant. Like I always kind of make that expression in the state that I live in, but go ahead and make your way in here and go ahead and get the 10th heart piece right in Lon Lon Ranch in this little cow house right here. Pick it up and you're fine. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on, boys. Anyway, so the next area that we're going to go ahead and tackle is just to the eastern side of Kakariko Village's entrance. We're going to go ahead and hop alongside this little water trail here. We're going to go into Zora's River. So, yeah, we can see this little sign here right in front of us. It hasn't really rendered yet, as opposed to the 3DS version. But let's go ahead and read that on up and see what it says. Zora's River, watch out for swift current and strong undertow. The key word is that there's going to be some strong water flow here, so we got to be awfully careful. Anyway, yep, here we are with our owl friend yet again. Hoo-hoo, looks like you've gotten bigger and stronger already, LSP. Just ahead lies Zora's domain. The Zoras serve Hyrule's royal family by protecting this water source. Their door will not open for anyone except those who have some connection with the royal family. Let them hear the melody of the royal family. Hoo-hoo-hoot. And you didn't even ask me if I wanted to hear what you said again. That's very Kapora Gaborish of you, little owl friend, to go ahead and fly away and leave me a frickin' mice of yours to eat since you don't have a meal tonight. Anyway, that's kind of brutal of me to say to him, but go ahead and blow those rocks on open as well. And go ahead and run into this tree and get our 18th Skulltula, as we can see here, since I forgot to get the last one in the last episode. There you are, the next one. Alright, so these didn't blow up the rocks? Okay. Let's go ahead and try it again. There we go. You did it. Anyway, this guy over here. As I grinded rupees off screen for this, these magic beans that he's going to sell are going to get more expensive as you buy them, so we're going to have enough money for 5 here, so let's go ahead and get those on up. How about 10 rupees for 1 piece? Sure, why not? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get 4 more of these, so I'll be right back. Okay, so with 5 magic beans acquired, we can go ahead and pick up this chicken here. We're going to go ahead and get some collectibles here in Zora's River. There's going to be 2 of them. There's going to be 2 heart pieces on 2 different pillars. So, yeah, go ahead and pick up this chicken here and go ahead and roll on along our little northern side here. Go ahead and roll on, little southern chicken family. Anyway, enough with the redundance of that voice. Anyway, let's go ahead and pop our way on over here. Hopefully I don't fall down. That was very good. Hopefully I can make it back to get him, because I'm going to use the same chicken to get some other piece of heart over here. So that's going to be our 11th one. Our 11th heart piece. So there we go. We did it. Anyway, I think he dropped it down here, so let's go ahead and get him on up again. I will say, as opposed to Twilight Princess, where you attack a chicken enough times, you can actually take control of it. But in Ocarina of Time, you do not want to attack a chicken too many times, because it's going to summon a horde of chickens, and leaving their horde or evading them will be no simple task, and just good luck. So, yeah. with that, we can just move on with ease and with as little pain as possible. And we're going to get our next collectible right beyond this bridge here, so it's good. Roll on and go. That chicken just wants to escape our hands so freaking bad. Anyway, go and roll across the corner here and look on to our little leftist side. That's going to be our next collectible. Right, yeah. Let's go ahead and set our chicken down. That will be our 12th heart piece. And there we go. Another heart container. We did it because we're special. Anyway, so let's go ahead and drop our way on down here. So, and right at the bottom of the ladder here, I hopefully can get him before the sun comes up because I don't want to play the sun song with him. Anyway, shoot this Skulltula twice, and that will be our, I believe, the 19th one. I'm gonna go ahead and check here because I feel like it. Let's see here. Yep. We did it. Anyway, let's move on. Alright, so after climbing back up that ladder, we're going to go ahead and approach this little waterfall here and go ahead and play the... okay, that's the right note to start off on. This is Zelda's Lullaby, so there we are. And what area of the world has just a waterfall magically open up for you to just jump through it in real life after playing some song? Anyway, so here we are. Zora's Domain. This is the area of which I turned 16 years old in my initial Let's Play, and I sang a special song at the very beginning of episode 9 in my original LP of this game. 10 years later, at the age of 26, I can finally say that I have matured. Clearly, as you can tell in my commentary, because I've just not gotten better at all, pretty much. So, anyway, rolling on up here, we're going to go ahead and get our little collectible called the Diving Scale. Right now, we cannot dive underwater that deep at all, so let's go ahead and talk to the little guy here. Diving game, 20 rupees. Want to play? Yes. Okay. Pick up all the rupees I throw from here. You have only a limited amount of time. When you pick up all of them, come back here. I'll give you something nice, because I care about you. Anyway, he throws the rupees, and we have to go and get them. Begin! Just roll on over here, and dive and get the goodies underneath the water. And skaboosh. And we have 4 more purple rupees. That would be freaking great if these were purple rupees, because they're going to be 50 bucks a piece. Because we care. We're successful people, right? I mean, come on, it's not that bad. Yeah. Hey, congratulations! I've got something very nice for you. Come and get it. All right, let's go back on up. All right, so after making our way all the way back up here where we started the minigame, we're gonna go ahead and get our reward from this Mr. Zora man. Underneath the water, yeah. What a graceful dive. Now please take this. This is a scale of our kind. With this, you can dive much deeper under the water. We have the silver scale. We can now dive underneath the water and press A, and we don't know the whole thing. It looks like a guitar pick in that little blue ball right there. So, anyway, in all seriousness, we're going to go ahead and light some torches here to get our next collectible right in this vicinity. So, let's go ahead and light this on up. Even if we make a mistake, we have 19 extra Deku sticks to do this with. Thank God I got that upgrade, right? I mean, come on. I've done it for Pete's sake. Anyway, let's go ahead and roll on over here and light this torch. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and roll around this corner right beyond our little vicinity here. We're going to go ahead and see a few more torches in our area. We're going to roll on this little water thing. Let's not put the torch out because we don't want to do that because it's going to be a mistake that we don't want to make. Yeah. We have 2 more to get. Let's not have this waterfall put out the fire. We started the fire, and it's always been turning since the world's been turning. Anyway. I think the lyrics were... It was always burning since the world's been turning. I suck at lyrics. Sorry about that, but let's pop this chest on open and get our lovely prize, which is going to be the 13th heart piece after lighting those torches. So go ahead and pick this up, and you're going to be good to go. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and use our diving scale that we just acquired right in the middle of this water little bay here in the Zora's Domain, right beyond this little entrance and water thing. Right there. Right there. There's gonna be a old bottle with a piece of paper in it, right below us. We don't want to mess that up. I'm gonna little southern accent because I'm a southern dude for Ocarina of Time. We got this little empty bottle over and over again. We got an empty bottle, put something inside, and use it with a C. What? Something's already inside. It's a piece of toilet paper. Anyway. Nintendo Capri Sun, I love you, man. Anyway. Before we go back into Zora's Domain, where we just dived from, we're going to go ahead and meet these two scarecrows right over here. So let's go ahead and equip our ocarina, because we're going to use it, because we're successful people, right? I mean, I think we are. Are we? Hey guys, how's it going? Anyway, in all seriousness, we're going to go ahead and speak to this scarecrow. His name is Pierre, and he likes music. You can see him in Majora's Mask and in other shops around Clock Town, so we're going to go ahead and play him a song, and I believe I like left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, so. Fantastic tune. It touches my heart. If you come up with a nice song, come back and let me hear it. So, we want to go ahead and play the same song for this little guy named Banoru, yeah, I think that's his name. I am Banoru, the Scarecrow musical genius. I hear a song once, and I never forget it, baby. Let's go ahead and play the same song for him as well. So, yeah. Well, not bad. I will remember it for you anyway. I don't mean I can remember only 8 notes, but let's just cut it right there for now, baby. Okay, he's calling me baby, and I'm not comfortable with it. Can somebody help me here? Anyway, let's go ahead and dive back into Zora's Domain, since we already came from that vicinity. So we're gonna go back over there right now and go and get our little thing going on here. So, no, right over here is where we want to go. More importantly, we want to go ahead and drink some leche here. So we're gonna go ahead and drink that on up, and we're going to go ahead and get a fish here right in this little area. So let's go ahead and drink this on up. Even though our health is completely full, let's go ahead and drain it back down, shall we? There we go. Delicious. Believe it or not, that is young Link's signature taunt move in the not the Legend of Zelda, but Super Smash Bros. Melee. So, yeah, it's really iconic. We got a fish. Use it with a C, and there we go. All right. Hey King Zora, how's it going? So after you get the letter from underneath the water, we're going to want to go ahead and give it to him. Oh, this letter. It's from Princess Ruto. Let's see. She's inside Lord Jabu Jabu. That's not possible. Our guardian, the god, Lord Jabu Jabu, would never eat my dear Princess Ruto. But since that stranger Ganondorf came here, Lord Jabu Jabu has been a little green around the gills. The evidence seems clear. Of course, you'll go find Ruto. You can pass through here, through the altar of the Lord Jabu Jabu. I'll keep this letter. You keep the bottle that it was in. So we have another empty bottle, which was nice. He's gonna let us through. Sorry you had to sit through that, but yep. I love King Zora. He's funny. He's a nice guy. He helps us out. So going on through this altar or pathway, as he would say. This is going to be, this should be a new area. Zora's Fountain. I don't see any fountains near here, so I think the only fountains that were ever, like, around us were back in Zora's Domain, so this wouldn't make any sense to call it Zora's Fountain. In all seriousness, I do admire the names that Ocarina of Time has offered at these places, so we're going to go ahead and roll onto this area with the Silver Rock and the Brown Rock. So here we are, and we're going to go ahead and bomb this wall right behind that Silver Rock, but first we're going to go ahead and bump into this tree and get our 20th Skulltula. So there we are, picking them on up. There we go. 20 Skulltula. Yeah, we're like a fifth of the way there. Anyway, let's go ahead and bomb this wall on open, and boom, and enter. Great Fairy's Fountain. I just wonder what we could possibly get in here, so let's go ahead and find out. Welcome, LSP. I am the Great Fairy of Magic. I will give you a magic spell. Please take it. We have Furore's Wind. This is a warp magic you can use with Sea Warp when you are in danger. So, in other words, we can only use this in dungeons and temples, so yeah, there's no point in using it in the overworld, so yeah. When you use the magic again, you can either dispel the warp point you created last time, or warp to that point. Remember, you can only use Furore's Wind only in dungeons that have a dungeon map hidden inside of there. That was kind of a word salad, Great Fairy, but I appreciate your help anyway. With that hair of yours, I can see why they made you like your own mask in Majora's Mask, but thanks. I appreciate your honesty. Anyway, let's go ahead and leave and find out what awaits us in the next little 300 feet that we're going to go ahead and walk here, so... Anyway, so right in front of Mr. Lord King Jabu Jabu, we're going to go ahead and place this fish right in front of his mouth, and he's gonna go ahead and eat it, because he's a hungry boy. The Lord Jabu Jabu, he's starving. And welcome to what I believe was the hardest dungeon in my in existence, in my opinion, back in my earlier days of Ocarina of Time. But in all seriousness, it's actually not that bad. After enough times of playing it, we're gonna go ahead and shoot that switch right on up there. If we can hit the thing, there we go. And these bubbles floating around are not really helping at all much. So let's go ahead and pop our way on through here and open this door. Roger. And we can't fight those jellyfish yet because we don't have the item to do it yet because we didn't get it because we don't pay attention because we're not that successful yet. Anyway, in this room. You, who are you? I am Ruto, Princess of the Zoras. What? Are you saying my father asked you to come here to save me? I'd never ask anyone to do such a thing. Letter in a bottle? I have no idea what you're talking about. My father is worried about me. I don't care. Anyway, I can't go home right now. And you, get out of here, understand? Oh, no. Oh, what did you do? You silly bean. Are you still hanging around here? I told you to go away. I'm okay. I've been going inside Lord Jabu Jabu's belly since I was a little, but... Lord Jabu Jabu is very strange today. There are electrified jellyfish and strange holes around. On top of that, my precious stone was... But that's none of your business. Anyway. You, go home now. Understand? You're that worried about me. Then I will give you the honor of carrying me. Looks like the Earth Temple is back in play here from Wind Waker, so we have to carry a girl above our heads, so... Yeah, let's go ahead and roll on through this door here. If you can call it a door, it's more of like a electrified organ that we're just inside of a whale for, so let's go ahead and... Believe it or not, you can pop the bubbles in here with Princess Ruta that we're just carrying here, so let's go ahead and throw her right on top of there. And if we look to our very, very right, we're going to go ahead and see our next Skulltula Rot check. So we're going to go ahead and do that and hit the switch first because we want to raise the water level. And go ahead and climb these vines, if you can call it that, in Lord Jabu Jabu. And man, the bubbles are not helping. And the bubble. Anyway, let's go ahead and pop our way right in here. If you want, you can get the jars as well. You don't have to, but it's always up to you. If that fairy is still hanging around, I can go ahead and scoop her right on up. There we are. I really doubt that I'm gonna need the fairy, but if I need to scoop up another thing in a bottle, I can always go ahead and just free the fairy out and just do what I need to do. So let's go ahead and climb back on up and do what we gotta do. Come here, Princess Ruto. You're a pain in my ass, but you make me some cash anyway. She was a friend of mine. Yeah, she was a friend of mine. And she thinks my tractor's sexy. Anyway, so enough with the western and the southern like country songs in the Legend of Zelda videos. Anyway, with that, we're gonna go ahead and dodge this attack that this Octorok is bestowing upon us. So let's pick her back on up and wait for the platform that's gonna be so-called dropping down in front of us. And I really doubt that it's gonna be coming anytime soon, even though it's doing it right now. But so she's looking around in just amazement right now because she cannot believe her own eyes. The fact that I'm just helping her find this stone that she has like been so looking forward to for like the past how long she's been inside of this whale. Yeah, we're back in the room that we found her in. Now, except this time we want to be extra careful because the door that we're going to go into has a giant jellyfish right in front of it. You want to veer off to the right because we don't want to go off into the center there, so. Alright, now we want to go ahead and hang a right, I believe, because we're going to go ahead and yeah, the switch, I can't press it down by myself because I can't do it. If this is not the room, I'm going to go ahead and veer off to the west because I'm off to the east right now. So there we are. Alright, this is, I believe, the room with the stingers in it. Come on, stingers, pop on out because I have a job to do. I am not Cyrus from Trailer Park Boys because I always have work to do and I always play the same song in my car no matter who I come across. Anyway, I watched that show with my dad. He thought it was like a shame to laugh at, but I was like, you're gonna laugh in a few minutes. He's like, stop saying that, and then he ends up laughing in 3 minutes, so I was right. It's always better to judge a book by its cover, and unless you actually experience something that you don't think that you're gonna like, but then you try it, and then you like it. It's like Green Eggs and Ham, the book by Dr. Seuss, and it's just, yeah. I mean, I don't mind Dr. Seuss books, but man, that was just, yeah. Quite an experience with the family. Let's crack this chest on open and see what's inside of here. Come on. We have the boomerang. We get this item just, yeah, right off the bat. It's very easy to do so. Thank God for this because we can use it a lot now. That's pretty much in every dungeon that we ever enter, but let's go ahead and pick on Ruta right on up out of the corner because we have to go and visit her right outside of this door that we met her in. She's in the same predicament now that she was in before I even found her in this room. Let's go ahead and get her again. What? How inconsiderate. How could you leave me behind? You're a man. Act like one. Take responsibility. Being married is going to be an adventure, isn't it? Wrong. Anyway, let's go ahead and back into this room and find out what's in here. Alright, boys, we're going to go ahead and take a left this time because we already got the item that we're looking for, so yeah, let's go ahead and drop this switch on down, and we're gonna leave her again because we don't care. Anyway, let's go ahead and there's a giant smoked sausage just hanging beneath this freaking ceiling here. We're gonna go ahead and shot that on down with a little boomerang. There we go. I'm gonna pick it on up. This dungeon is very concise, so it's not long at all if you just know what you're doing. It's just a matter of knowing where to go, doing the ins and outs, and yeah, that was worded a whole lot worse than I probably should have worded it, but anyway, with that, crack this chest on open and find the dungeon map. Yeah, right off the bat, so we're gonna go ahead and leave right now. This is really the bulk of the dungeon, this particular section. That was just surrounded by jellyfish. And these worm guys that are just, like, hanging around the air. So, because we destroyed that tongue thing that was just hanging beneath the ceiling, this red slimy thing is going to be gone. So, even Navi agrees with me on this, 100%. So, in this room, we have a timer. I don't know what the timer does if it runs out, but we want to go ahead and pop all the bubbles in this very room. I suppose that you don't die, you just have to start all over again. I'm hoping that I don't die, because I don't see how, like, not popping bubbles enough in time is gonna make us die and stop breathing. And we picked up another magic jar, so that's pretty good. It's kind of crazy how other Zelda games don't show us the magic jar, get the screen or get dialogue when you get it. Wind Waker didn't do it. Twilight Princess didn't do it because you don't get magic in that game. But yeah. But here you go. The next item that you're gonna get in the dungeon is the compass. Yep, it's very straightforward. I don't see how anybody can have trouble with this dungeon. I get it if it's your first time playing it, but yeah. But with that though, we can go ahead and I believe go ahead and get this area right here. I believe I can fly. I believe that I can touch the sky with all my might. Yeah, but in here. Alright, so we go ahead and into this room right here. We're gonna go ahead and come across the next big tail that you're gonna have to cut down from the ceiling, if you can call it a ceiling, because we're inside of a whale. I would say that it's second to like third uvula that you can call it, rather, because it is a body part of an anatomy. My vocabulary is very off in this episode. I apologize, but. Anyway, with that, we don't really get an item from it, since we already got the dungeon map and the compass. So, with that, we cut the big string, and the big string is gone, so we can finally move on and go ahead and do the thing. The thing that I wanted to do in the beginning of the dungeon that I couldn't do because it didn't let me do it. That word salad was not really necessary, but anyway. The third tongue is right here. We can go ahead and kill these jellyfish, because we can, because I feel like it. And yeah, let's go ahead and do that right now. Anyway, hey jellyfish, how's it going? This big sausage is hanging below the ceiling, and it's gonna hit me in the face. My wording is terrible. I need to get my mind out of the freaking gutter, like, now, before things turn out very badly for me. But there we go. I think our fourth hit is gonna make it commence here, and there we go. And that's gonna go ahead and take it on out. Yep, and now we can leave this room since we already have what we need. And here is where the brunt of the confusion usually takes place with others that play this dungeon. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear up all the confusion right now. I think it's pretty obvious and pretty straightforward at the point, but let's go ahead and leave the room. If we're so, like, fortunate to be able to do so, let's leave. Now, when you leave that room, you want to go off to the very far right. This hole right here. There you go. And with that, we're going to come across the next two Skulltulas in the dungeon. Right here, and right to the right of us. Right there. If we can shoot him, please. There we go. That's going to be our 22nd Skulltula, and our 23rd Skulltula right here. I'm going to go ahead and make sure anyway, because I don't trust my instincts on certain cases. Yep, I'm good. I did it, because I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, go ahead into this room and find out what's inside. Right now. That's it. That's what I've been looking for. Throw me up there, onto the platform. Yeah, because my wording is off. Before I go ahead and do that, I'm going to go ahead and equip the Deku Sticks right now. If you want to make your life a whole lot easier in this dungeon, do that, because I'm going to go ahead and show something that saved my life and my time many, many times. Princess Ruto got the spiritual stone, but why Princess Ruto? Oh my goodness, I finally found my mother's stone. I got very upset when Lord Jabu Jabu swallowed it. While I was feeding him, he suddenly swallowed me. I was so surprised when I dropped it inside. But now that I've found it, I don't need to be here anymore. So, take me home, right now. As you wish. What is this? An octopus. Yeah, you probably got what you deserved in there, buddy. Oh, Princess Ruto, what a character. Alright, with this big octopus right here, we're going to go ahead and wait till he turns around. I'm going to go ahead and give him time to do so. And there's a reason that I have Deku Sticks equipped for this particular segment. So what we want to go ahead and do now is just roll ahead and get very, very close to his back. So we're going to go ahead and stun him once we get close enough. That looks pretty good. Right there. No, that wasn't good enough. We have to go ahead and do it again. Right now. Anyway, get a Deku Stick out, and boom, he's done. No second or third hit, just straight to the point. There we go. Alright, let's get some extra hearts, because we deserve them, and yeah. Alright, next room, straight to the point. I don't want to waste time here, because I really don't want to do that, because I'm a businessman when it comes to Zelda. But anyway, in here, we're going to go ahead and hit that tongue thing that's swinging back and forth. Just going to go ahead and take out this Octorok right here, because it's going to be very hard to hit the second one with him in the way. We're going to go ahead and jump, and jumpity jump, because we can. Because I feel like it. Anyway, in this room, we're going to go ahead and jump off to the right and try to access the next area, but that's when the level is going to drop, and we can go ahead and get this box right around the corner, right here. Don't break these, because you're going to have a hard time figuring out how to press the switch down without just yourself, because it is a blue switch after all. So, there we are. Drop that on down and enter the room. Alright, boys. So, with this, we're going to go ahead and find the next Skulltula, which I believe is right on this wall. If we can take out this jellyfish first. No. The boomerang. There we go. Easy. Easy peasy. Anyway, let's go ahead and use the slingshot instead. There we are. Which is going to be the 24th Skulltula right here. There we go. Alright, climbing on up the vines, we're going to go ahead and find the switch, which is going to allow us access to the boss's lair. So it's going to go ahead and climb on up. And there we are. Alright, this switch right here is going to allow us access. Go ahead and hit that. And jump on down. And boom, the dungeon is done. So, yeah, there you go. Straight to the point. Let's enter, boys. Bioelectric anemone, Baronade, is quite a doozy, so let's go ahead and cut her tentacles down. If you can call it her, I really don't know what the gender of this monster is, but let's go ahead and cut all the tentacles down. And we want to go ahead and kill these jellyfish that are surrounding us, so let's try not to get hit a bunch of times like that. There are Zelda channels that don't take damage at all, which is like Zora Zelda and everything else. I'm actually following one of their walkthroughs when it comes to this, so I'm trying to help out and try to beat the record here, but straight to the point though, let's go ahead and kill all these jellyfish that are around, because there are people that just want to get through this dungeon and get everything as fast as possible, rather, but there we are. You can kill these with a sword as well, so you don't really have to rely on your boomerang that much, so feel free to use your sword whenever you feel like it, but here it's kind of luck-based, because these jellyfish surrounding Baronade are going to be kind of in the way-ish. So, there you go. Let's go ahead and kill these off with a sword, because getting them with the boomerang is going to be kind of slower. Not that it's any loss. It's pretty much as beneficial as any other boss fight that you can come across in Ocarina of Time. But let's go ahead and hit that organism again. There we are. Go ahead and chop away at it. There we are. Just gotta go ahead and dodge its electric shootings again. Let's go ahead and get on out of the way here. Come on, boys. Ouch. Ouchie, ouchie. Let's go ahead and hit him in the stomach again. That was one hit with the sword, and then he just went back. So it's kind of funny how that happens. But anyway, dodge the attacks, and dodge the attacks. There we are. Let's go ahead and hit that center of his stomach again. There we go. Baronade is down. We have another heart container. Yep, we already have 9 hearts, and we're only in episode 6. We're almost done with the top section, so... Anyway, where's that portal? Oh, hello, miss. How's it going? You're late. What took you so long? You're useless. I was just lonely, that's all. Just a little. You looked cool. Cooler than I thought you would. Anyway, just a little. Well, anyway, you saved me, so I guess I'll reward you. What do you wish? Just tell me. I want that spiritual stone, woman. Nothing really. That's quite a blunt answer, Link, but man, I really want that spiritual stone. You mean the spiritual stone of water, Zora's Sapphire, don't you? My mother gave it to me and said I should give it only to the man who will be my husband. You might call it the Zora's engagement ring. Alright. I'll give you my most precious possession, Zora's Sapphire. You obtain Zora's Sapphire. This is the spiritual stone of water passed down by the Zoras. Her most precious possession. You don't know what she's talking about, but you finally collected all 3 spiritual stones. Go back to see Princess Zelda. Don't tell my father. Alright, and with that all wrapped up and ready to go, I figure that I'm just going to go ahead and end this episode right here, because that was amazing. Anyway, so in the next episode, we're going to go ahead and do some more collectible getting. We're not going to go ahead and see Zelda just straight off the bat yet, because we have a bunch to do in the next episodes and so on. But this is where we're going to call it right here. So with that, stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, or anything else. Peace out, everyone.